attorneys been in a dialogue with them, and they are in agreement to finish, some documents and all of that. But, they disappointed me today or yesterday. They decided to uh, do something without a prior notice, which is odd, unusual. And our head attorney has been in the law enforcement of the SEC for 35 years. This never been done before. That they just basically, I don't want to say cheated or tricked, but maybe you have a better word for that, okay? They just didn't ethically or professionally coordinate when we have a dialogue. So in a nutshell, say there are professional people who are experts. Ash is not an expert. They deal with that. My obligation is to abide by the law. My obligation is to do only ethical things and be truthful and good to our audience and to the public. Never do any harm. My obligation is to provide all the information that we do or we have. So in a nutshell, this is not something unique to us. Most big companies go through that. There's always, some misinformation. There's always some hate in the market, competition. There are a million reasons for you to go through that. So it's not an unusual thing. It's rather unusual not to go through it if you're that big. If you're important, you're going to have to go through this. To me, I don't see why they have gone that step. It's been a private. I previously said, should I share this with my customers and my users? And they said, no, it's a private investigation. But I don't think it's private anymore. So they decided to do that. We're not done. It's still going on. That's their opinion. It doesn't mean it's a fact. Now this goes to court, and there's a jury, and evidences and all of that. They have a big risk of doing that because that will affect their career by losing the case. So we have done nothing wrong. We have no shame, but pride in our process. I don't know, maybe you just want to focus on this is a complicated legal process that the company will deal with it. Let's focus on the positivity that the company provides and the good values. You're not obligated to give everybody all the details I provided you, but I gave you all of that. You get to choose what you want. In my opinion, I would say this is normal, and they have a very, very sharp legal team, and they are passionate to defend us. And this is not the end. This will go on, and we have a talk in court. We will be seeing them in court.
Yeah. That is. Thank you for your answer, Mr. Ash. That is well taken. That is well noted. And as you said, it's either you're gonna do it or die. Yes.
Yeah, of course. That is always there. I said it in the beginning too. My request to you, or suggestion to you, you have a limited time on Earth? You said we're believers, okay, and we have 24 hours a day or whatever time we have left on Earth. Okay, we have a choice to spend it on this, something rather a distraction or negative, or somebody evil who's trying to undermine something pure and good for humanity, or we have a choice to focus on what the best we can produce and something that rather productive. I advise, or I suggest, you have to be good at, if you want to grow, you have to let go of the negativity and the distraction and the hate and all of that. I am not going to focus on that. I'm going to only focus on producing good products and technologies and lifting up humanity. That's my focus. Legal team will deal with that, okay? I would cooperate. I give anything. I see Sally Spade here. Go ahead. Come on the screen.
Come on, Sally. Sally, you know what I told you, so come on. Hello, Mr. Mufareh. It is actually Queen of Karma here. You might know me from my YouTube channel and from being friends with a woman that goes by the Recovering Hunbot, who has been covering this scam with me for the last 2 years extensively. And we might have also, reported you to the IRS and the SEC. I am just wondering
Sure.
why you are refusing to give so many of the O founders back refunds when they have been asking you for them for months. I constantly have people coming to me telling me that you have refused to do this, and I would like you to tell us why.
Uh, First of all, thank you for coming here. I think you are behaving in a brave and reasonable way today. Welcome here. Come all the time and talk to us face to face. Okay, we're real and we are here. Now, let me tell you something. The refund policy is 30 days. Okay, we have no obligation after the 30 days, and we chose to give a refund to anybody who asks for a refund at any time they choose to walk away. For one reason, not because we have to, because Ash has this logic, which is, if you don't like me, I don't like you either. If you don't want to be with us, we don't want you to be with us too. Okay. So for that logic, why am I going to have somebody who is not, excited about this? This is not about $97 or being, a profitable transaction for us. It's about us having advocates and supporters and real beta testers and people like these intelligent people to give us input and spread the good about unpassive. Okay, it's never about the $97 because one session here, it's worth more than $97 value to Ash. So we decided not to ask a question, okay, if anybody asks for money back. Oh, now, I don't believe somebody has requested and we did not acknowledge
Marina is waiting actually right
Marina,
now. Marina has asked you several. Yes.
let me tell you, Marina, we can show you the
That's just one
correspondence
example.
with her. No, I'm just telling you, Marina, we refunded the accounts that we know for her. At the same time, she blackmailed people, including Chris Johnson, right here. If you don't do this within 3 days, if you don't respond, and a few others, okay? Now, we gave her the accounts we know that they belong to her, but she has no evidence we did not refund her. We refunded her. Now, we asked her, or our legal team, I'm not involved. Do you think I have the time to see this? But our legal team asked her to tell us any other account that you manage. If she asks something, the person has to go to the back office, they have access, and request a cancellation or a refund. It can happen. She can do it now. If she's real, log in and ask for a refund. We will do it right now. Watch this. If Marina paid for Joe and she's asking for money for Joe, we cannot do that because Joe is the owner. Joe has to request that. But how come we have well over 1 million people who paid?
800,000 actually, according to the SEC.
Well,
you just
I
have
know
a
that.
1.12 million accounts.
Okay. I have the answer for this, Ash. For one account of Marina, I paid, and the day she was terminated, I got that refund into my account, and I am the evidence for that. I'm the evidence for that. If anybody wants to see, I can see you my account here, and I got that $97 back here.
Yes, simple. Please do send that to me. Actually, my email is on my channel.
Okay. Sure, you're also, familiar. So the 800. Even though I'm asked not to provide details because that's also going to show our strength.
The court documents are public. The SEC's lawsuit with you for 108 million, it's public.
But
the
it's not accurate.
Does not.
Gersminder by himself has more than close to that number. Gersminder by himself.
Yeah, he has over 2,000 accounts. I'm well aware of Gersminder. We're both Canadian.
No.
Very
he has way more than that. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's fraud, sir.
Listen.
That's why the SEC's.
We have
Sally, listen to what he's saying, Sally, please.
But you don't have to be cynical. I am giving you, listen, if you are going to be respectful and ask proper questions, you're not an SEC, you're not a lawyer, okay? And you shouldn't be coming to defend Marina. Who is Marina Favitt before Onpassive? Onpassive made her. Do you know her?
Well, she was someone that wasn't getting scammed along with everyone else that has
but
waited
she's no
here.
one.
You started this on
made
June
her.
of 2018.
I tell you what.
She was actually a real estate agent before you guys stole her from that and then brought her into this company. She's just one, though.
Listen, if you're going to say one more disrespectful word.
People that have come to me and told me that you're
I muted her because, Sally, if you're going to be disrespectful and tell me you stole and all that, I didn't respect you. I told you, thank you. You're being brave. That's a courageous step for you. If you want to have a professional conversation, welcome. I didn't steal anybody. Nobody dragged her from South Africa to be with. I'm just telling you, Marina, nobody knows her but in Onpassive, okay? She would be, God bless her, and I'm not against her. The only way she got this comfortable because she starts scamming people and other things that went down. Onpassive is not going down. That's the only business.
By the way,
that's the only business. That's the only business she's been into and still standing tall and still going. Okay, so the reason
SEC
is
has
because
found you to be a pyramid scheme, though. They consider
they did
that
not
to
find.
be
They did not find. You're not a lawyer, and you're not the SEC. They did not find me. That's an allegation, and I said publicly I disagree with that. Court will decide that. I'm not a pyramid scheme. I'm going to change your life, including you, and you're going to be using my products. You will use Ash Mufareh's products and inventions.
I will never use your products.
You'll
and
see.
I will never
You'll
join
see.
on
You'll
Passive.
see. You'll see.
Sally, why aren't you showing your face?
Well, Onpassive doesn't need somebody with your caliber or your character. But I'm just saying, we have inventions. They are life-changing, and it's going to be difficult for you to avoid them. But I feel sorry for you and for the way you think, because you could be more productive and you could go along with us and win.
Oh, I'm very productive. I've shut down quite a few of the bad websites out here, such as what's going to happen to yours very soon via the SEC. But you have been found to be a pyramid scheme by the SEC. They have said you're a pyramid scheme.
That's only an allegation, okay? And it's not proven.
Can you define pyramid scheme, by the way? Sally, can you define pyramid scheme? I'm sure.
Well, a pyramid scheme is like what you guys are doing, where people have to constantly come in and pay money in order to join on to something. You guys haven't made any money in here.
Okay,
You've all been dedicating 5 years of your life, and you have not made one cent. There's no commission plan. You don't.
You're giving her a platform.
No commission plan, no business plan.
Sally, please listen one thing. Why are you worried about our money? We are here, simple. We love OnPassive, and we are standing with Mr. Ash. What's there for you to come here and...
You should.
It's a mistake for you, Chris, to give her a platform. Okay, I thought she's going to be professional and disrespectful.
Me too.
Now
badass.
we're going to make her a star like Marina. Okay, but she is a lost soul, and she's.
But the fact that she's stating that the SEC has found you to be this. They have found you, right?
And she that is
incorrect. That is an incorrect statement. So the fact that she believes that, it just shows the level of intelligence that she has. So we should not be entertaining this. Let's move forward.
Let's move on. I was going to educate her about.
She just said and confessed she's one of the many that have, like Marina and others, who has complained about us. So I told you they're haters, okay? But I wonder what's her solution? What's her productive plan for the millions we have? It's a big mistake to give a loser a platform. So I told you
not
bad,
to. Ash.
Yeah.
I thought maybe she'd be more personal. I told the person that said she's going to come on, I said, be respectful. We're going to remove her.
But do you see the amount of hate?
Oh, yeah, okay. There's nothing good about that.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because.
But Marina could have been with us now and talking about
Yes.
her future, positive future, but she chose the losers like this Spade lady, and now look where she is. Do you think they're going to win? We all know. We all know.
I have to say something. This person has not even done her study. She has no clue what she's talking about. Pyramid, obviously you don't know zero about unpassive. At least do your study before you come and trash somebody.
You're right. That's how I wanted to educate her about pyramid. I wish they let her speak so I can educate her.
Who is next?
Show her picture, right?
For the questions.
We're
Chris,
move
back
on.
to business. Back
My
to
beautiful
business.
sister, Jean, show us what a lady really sounds like. Go ahead.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Ash. I have absolute unshakable faith in this, and I don't do that without a basis. I feel the presence of something massive in this, and I felt it the first time I ever heard your voice. I have no doubt this is going to change the world. And if we didn't have monsters rearing up their ugly heads against us, then we really couldn't call ourselves disruptive, because we're not just making disruptive digital products and solutions. We're disrupting everything. We're disrupting the way things are done, and they are going to rear up and they are going to fight us, and we're going to win because we're made of love, and love will win, period. So that's my feeling on that. And I have some other thoughts, Chris, I'll talk to you about later, but the questions. Oh, sorry, I got my fire up. Just a couple quick questions, because most of them have already been answered, Ash. People asked phenomenal questions. And Julie, I loved your AI question about finding the speaker in the recording, because if OConnect is picking up who is speaking, it's highlighting the speaker, then it knows who's speaking in that moment. And so it should, at some point, the AI should be able to learn to pick up, oh, this is when Julie spoke and this is when John spoke. You know what I mean? So I love that idea. It was really unique.
It's actually
I just had some quick ones. My first original question was with the speech to text and the recap function. Is the first release going to have sort of a basic recap function of just the full recording, or will it in the first release be able to do the bringing it down to 20 minutes to 5 minutes to what, you know what I mean? Is that going to be available right away, or will we have to wait a bit?
Thank you, Jean. I appreciate you. And I know you have more beautiful thoughts. I agree. That is a good thing. I just got the idea from Julie. I just got the idea how to instruct it to the team to identify by the facial recognition, which is something we have in O-Verify. You go figure, okay? And if we match, compile all the content from that, it's a crazy add-on feature. I don't know how useful or needed it is, okay? But let's say it identifies Jean and anything Jean, with that facial, image, it compiles that in one place. It is possible. I already got the thought how to do it, but is it really going to be productive or needed? Let's see how soon they do that. As far as but we're going to put it there and see, how much needed. Okay, but on the other side, the recording, the first round now, we're going to have the full file. And there is a video recap and text recap in the pipeline. And there's going to give us like 3 sizes, like small, big, medium, okay?
Okay.
Of each one. So depending on the content. But to specify the minute, I don't think that's already, plan. That's probably another level. If it's not satisfactory to us, like to have 3 sizes of the recap, we will probably add, like, we define the time and the size of the recap, whether it's text or video.
Okay, great. And another question, which is really important to me because I love the prompter function. right now it sort of is static on the page. Like, is there going to be a way to click and drag it out of the way? Like right now, it kind of comes up, and at least in my experience, it comes up in a certain spot. And I know sometimes I kind of want to get past it or see, because it does have sort of a
which one?
A grayness. The prompter box.
Oh, the prompter. Yeah.
And we
okay.
click and drag it.
I'll make it draggable. Okay.
And then my last thing was just for Peter had said presentation view for the I thought maybe just content view or content only, something just really basic as a name for having the presentation only up on the screen.
We already have that. Yeah.
So, awesome. And that's it. We're with you, Ash. Love you.
Ash, can I come in between?
Thank you, Sandra.
Ash?
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, please, Gersminder, I don't want you to spend time on nonsense. Okay,
just
we
I
know
want to say because
who's Marina, and we know the refund policy on unpassive, and we know why she was terminated. And if we spend time on that with thousands of people, how good would it do for us? Okay, we know Ash Mufareh, and we know the Spade Lady, or we know the Marina lady, and she could have been winning. The reason she got in violation, okay, is because she was spamming the people. So we embraced her in unpassive in our community and the founders, and she violated that. And as a part of violation, we should even, I mean, I get in a debate with the team, especially the legal team, when they say, when somebody in violation, we're terminating them. You still want to give them refund? I said, don't refund until you give, don't terminate until you give refund. And everybody knows that. So that is not going to change. I hope we don't spend time on it. Okay.
I just want to show that transaction. Just want to show that transaction that on May 19, 2023, I got that refund because I paid for her ID.
Because it goes back to the source of payment. We click refund, and the payment gateway put it back on the same card.
Absolutely.
And we lose the transaction because we pay
so the first lie which they are telling. So this is the proof of that that they are telling.
But that's why the lawyers are wise to tell me not to give this information away. We'll do it in court, and we're gonna win. Okay. And I think it's a mistake to give evil a stage. We're gonna magnify that, and we're gonna give them a spotlight. It's a big mistake. We should give people who are with a good intention, they want to help, and they have a pure. If you are really genuine and curious and you really want answers, like we're so real and we are going to give you that. But to come out of nowhere and accuse, and you're being a defense lawyer for somebody you're not related to, and your sole goal is just to get popularity and piggyback on famous strong companies. Yeah, I'm sure there are some bad companies, but unpassive is not one of them. It's actually the best company. And I guarantee, I'm going to say this, okay, there will be products in unpassive that can change her life, and she would want them, and she will apologize for misbehaving right now. Because there are some people are on the blacklist of unpassive. I'm not talking about digital products, by the way. So they have no clue. Let's focus on what's productive. Thank you, Gersminder, for speaking up. Even that's a volunteer information. We should have it, in the background. But I love the questions today, Gene. That's another one. I actually wanted to drag it and reposition it, and I just didn't give it attention. But you are definitely more alert than me. And we'll see if we are going to need to have a specific size, like whether it's a text, like give me a page or give me 500 characters or something. That is probably too complex and advanced. I don't know if we're going to need that, but if something that is an hour, so let's say that's 100%, 60 minutes. Give me small, that's 10 minutes or 6 minutes. Medium is 30 minutes or in between. I think that's probably going to cover it, which is already an extra value. All right, who is ready for another clever question?
Jerry Derswing, unmute yourself, my sister.
Woohoo! I say, let's move on. I say, I'm here to show and support, to change our world, what you made it about, Ash. And I am on board to be one of your Mother Teresa's, along with so many more. So that's that. And then I do have two questions. The first one is, I know this one sounds kind of crazy, but I kind of think of the kids or just interactive with it. It's one I haven't shared with anybody yet, but because I just thought of it. So, you know, on the whiteboard, if there's a way to make a little section there to put like sounds, I think it would be kind of cool for the kids or even adults. Let's say I'm drawing like a spaceship and I can make like a little spaceship sound on it. Or would that just go back to using that little prompter in the other section that you talked about that we use the little sounds? Do you know what I'm saying? Of course, you probably, I'm not sure if you would be able to get the sound when somebody, well, yes, you probably could.
If I can interject, I think she's talking about like a sound animation along with your picture drawing on the whiteboard. Is that correct, Sherry?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, yeah. We don't have it. If your question is if we have it, but is it possible to add like tunes, you mean, in?
Yeah, like if you draw
sound.
a spaceship, kind of think it would be kind of cool to have for the kids and even adults that are sitting in a meeting, like type of thing. That's one thing. And I have another one when you're ready.
Sure.
So I am fired up. This is going to be amazing. It's already amazing. The things that you guys have created, all the team. Wow, I'm just blown away. The sound thing.
You know, Sherry, also for the we have something like that in the which is then I find it is already created, that technology, but we just have to integrate it with the whiteboard. Okay, which is on the timer. So we have that timer alarm when the countdown reaches, you know, I think like 10 seconds, for example. So it tells both the host and the timed person. It tells them that, okay, running out of time, or there's that sound alarm. So the same technology, we can integrate it with the, but obviously different sounds with the whiteboard.
Wow, that'd be so cool. I was thinking of the kids at one point too, you know, kind of more interactive type of thing, or even adults actually. And then my second question is, this probably, you may have said something about this before, or I just think, you know how we cannot, some people don't know how to pronounce other people's names when they're in the meeting or coming on to me. Right. If there's some way to like, let the AI pronounce their name correctly. Like my name's very hard to pronounce. Not that I care if anybody pronounces it correctly. My last name. If there's something in there,
that's gonna be difficult for technology. That's like probably better changing your name than or easier than teaching the machine how to say it. I don't know, Sherry. That let's think of an easier way than our names are more human, so let's keep them that way. But I can tell you something about the names. You can click on the screen like your name right now, like you see it where it is right now, and you can backspace and type it on the screen. Okay, same thing. Host and co-host can do that.
Wow, that's so cool.
So it would be like dynamic. You don't have to go to the settings or anything.
Oh, so I'm excited about hearing about all the other amazing things that you mentioned already, like Oh Joy and some of these other ones, but I know we'll get there, so I'll let somebody else have a turn. But I know you, Ash, you don't like to think negative, so I'm kind of with you on that page too. I just kind of keep moving forward. So we are on a mission here, and we will not stop. This mission is driven by a higher power. And you, the person, anybody out there, I have to say this, and I know everybody knows I'm going to say it. If you got to know you're important. I don't care what anybody's called you, you are important and you do matter in this world. I love you and so does the world, and you are a miracle in this world. Thank you so much, Ash. You are definitely a miracle, and your wife and family. Love you guys. Love, peace.
Sherry, thank you. We love you too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry. Oh boy, here he comes. My second favorite in India, Neeraj. Come on, Neeraj, unmute yourself. 14 questions coming at you, Ash.
No, it's only 3 this time. So, Ash, my first question was about the feature that you talked about was the noise cancellation. Now, noise cancellation, is it just a check mark that you must do and it will cancel, or is there a customized okay, you want to do noise cancellation up to this level, then this level, then this level? So is it a custom?
That's a good one. So far, we have one setting of noise cancellation. Okay, it's already integrated with Connect only, and that will just anything above, like it recognizes you're speaking. I think what the machine does, it reads your first few seconds of your voice, and anything out that radiance, okay, it blocks it automatically. So so far we just have one setting, but I'm wondering, why would I need like half noise? I'm trying to think with you, Neeraj. Like, why I don't need it quite to block to noise cancel completely? Why am I gonna need? Well, I don't want to completely block your noise. I want some of you. Like, give me a little bit of noise. Come on. I think it doesn't make sense. What do you think?
The background noise. It's the background noise that you're blocking.
Yeah, it's only background. Your voice is going to be there. So I told you, like, we have one setting, but I was trying to think if I need to give that note, but I think they will laugh at me. What do you think? I'm just thinking loud with you. Like, why am I going to tell them, give me a setting that will give a little noise, not too much? What Neeraj is asking or proposing somehow, that we should have different levels of noise cancellation, like 100% noise cancellation. So cancel any noise in the background beyond your voice, and have another setting like a medium one, for example, a little bit of noise, and have one like more noise. So do you get it?
Ash,
I get it. It might work.
Well, I just want to interrupt and say,
like noise or no noise. Yeah. So,
but what about in PNG when, like, say, David Bacall would have everybody gathered around him, and we could hear them? So that would be a case. So not that I want to put that on your team, but then they would be there.
Yeah,
but that's
keep it normal or cancel. If you cancel, it's only the speaker's voice. Okay. And if you keep it natural and you have a live event, that's a good point, Gene. I want the reaction of an event in Germany, in UK. But Neeraj, I think you agree with me. I don't think we want to make like different levels, right?
Yeah.
Just either block it or no block it. Yeah.
It was just a question whether the user has maybe control over it, or it's because then you can customize it. So.
Yeah, but also, Gene, you have, and Neeraj, you have, the background music track or whatever theme, the sound. Okay, you can customize the volume. Right? Can have a little more. Okay, so let's say you don't want to block the background, but you just want to inject a little bit of the music or some track music, okay, as presentation or something, and you can control the volume of that, and whatever you do as a host, okay, it will affect, and it will be on everybody's device. It will lower the volume or increase the volume for your audience as well.
Thank you very much. Second question was the rich resounds. Can we add our own? or some kind of music in that. For example, there's a pop song called "Are You Ready?" and then you could actually add that and maybe.
Yes, that's what Susie suggested, Neeraj. Yeah,
In the start of
it
the.
is being
Okay.
integrated. So they worked on it, and it's either going to be the first or second release. Yeah.
Yeah, and the last question was about the speech to text. You said that uh, uh, speech to text, you said that it is much more accurate than other, since you have listened, you have used other video conferencing softwares and you have used OConnect. So can you maybe pinpoint some differences? I know it is more accurate, that's what you said, but if you could give examples of that, if any.
Yeah. So, for example, Apple has you can have voice recognition, or most smartphones, right? You could talk, open the speaker, and as you talk, it will do that. In my experience, some of them are either there's a lag, and we get in trouble a lot. So I'm driving, and I somebody important, I need to reply to them, but I cannot talk, so I will leave a text, and I cannot text, so leave a quick message, especially if there's a headset or Bluetooth in the car, whatever. Okay, it's mostly inaccurate, so it's helping a little, but I cannot rely on it because I have to check, and often it has mistakes in the typing. So no matter what device you're talking from, it does not really type what you say. There's a speed problem, and then sometimes it's behind. You said so much, and sometimes it hears something away. Okay, and it adds like a child talking and this and that, or a TV. Okay, and it became like a chaotic text. Okay, so this is my experience with most technologies I've had so far. And the most recognizable one, you're going to see it when you talk, is going to become, it will be condensed together, the whole text. You don't know when there's a stop or something. With our technology, for the first time, I feel it is super accurate. Like, I haven't seen a mistake so far. With any breath you say, it's exactly what you're saying on the dot. So it's not ahead of you, it's not behind. You don't have to repeat. So it's really easy. How many times you've heard somebody fighting with Siri? Okay, she's saying something dumb, and so it's a weak voice recognition. It's not taking the right command. And when we experience onpassive in OConnect so far, it is as accurate as you talk, and not ahead of you, not before, and nothing comes condensed. It comes with punctuations, like it has a question mark. If you sound like Neeraj, how are you? It puts a question mark, and then a dot and a comma and all that. It breaks the sentences, and then you stop. Hi, Neeraj, how are you doing? Send. Did you see my brief pause? It will send. I didn't type send. I didn't click that. So it's amazing. And then it stops the microphone until you want to enable it again. So it is accurate, it's fast, it's with punctuation. I can count on it. We're going to have less incidents with it.
Thank you very much, Ash. That were all the questions I had.
Perfect for now. But think about the noise cancellation. If it makes sense to you, maybe you can explain it to me and I'll talk to the team. But I feel I will be looking dumb if I tell them, give me levels of noise cancellation.
Okay.
Thank you, Neeraj, for now. I liked how he answered that. Charles Osan, come on back, man.
All right. Thank you. Couple questions this time, but I think they're going to be short. The first one is to kind of piggyback on what Gosminda asked earlier. I know that we have the first 3 months, we have a bundle. And Ash, I think you mentioned that we could either pay all at once.
Everybody's getting the refund, yeah.
All at once or monthly, right? I know we're going to pay a lower amount, founders, because of the refund. So are we going to have the option to make that one-time payment or split it in 3 months? Or, I mean, is that optional?
After the 3 months in OConnect, yes, you're going to have that option.
Also, the
first one is only quarterly, which is 90 days, 3 months. The first time, only the first time.
Right, but my question is,
which is an exception. It's just like the launch, package. After that, we go back to normal in OConnect, monthly, quarterly, and annually.
So I get that. So my question is, do we pay all at once for the first 3 months?
Okay. Yeah. If you choose that, that will save you money, right? That obviously, what's the reason you want to do that? 2 reasons. You want to ensure that your subscription is always active. It doesn't affect your business.
Okay.
You're gonna have to do that like monthly and all of that, whatever the funds you manage. That's first. Secondly, is when you pay quarterly, obviously you get a little discount, okay? But when you do it annually, it can be a very good, exciting discount.
Okay, thanks. And the second question is, I know we have backward compatibility. I mean, OConnect with the device. So let's say we have up to 8K speed with our own devices, but a lot of devices out there, like what I have, is 4K speed, and some may have less than 4K, and the device or OConnect is gonna ping the device like in nanoseconds to find out the speed, and then it's backward compatible. Is that correct? Now, for the resolution of the resources, I want to say network resources, bandwidth. Is it also going to do that for the bandwidth?
Not from OConnect. That's an upcoming technologies when we're talking about internet connectivity and virtual, like the VMP. So, for example, you can go through unpassive data center or cloud connectivity to boost your connection, but not in OConnect.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. Got it. Thanks.
Of course.
Oh.
You done?
And
yes, sir. I'm done.
Go ahead, Ash. I'm sorry.
No, that's it. Okay. I was going to open another product, but let them ask first.
All right. Miss Ava Diaz, another beautiful sister. Come on.
Ava, how are you?
Unmute, Ava. There you go.
Good evening, Ash. It's wonderful to see you and be with you here. I don't know. I always get nervous when talking with you. I just wanted to know on OConnect that we are having, normally we put the pictures on the top. We have to come out of it and then again come back in, and then we put the pictures on the top. Will that be possible with OConnect, to put it once and for all with us having to do it?
Are you saying the title?
No, the pictures, the titles are there.
No, the picture, you mean, okay, you're talking about the speaker's pictures. Only the speaker's pictures will show.
No, all the pictures, like host, co-host, and everybody, whoever is there.
Those are speakers. It only shows up to 25. The rest, if you go to the details, but not necessarily the pictures, it's going to show names and flags.
Okay.
And if you don't know the flag, you hover on the flag.
Yeah.
It's going to tell you India or Bangladesh or something. So the pictures, because this is integrated right now you have to put the picture, but the one that you're going to have is integrated with the ecosystem. So it will take the picture from your profile and have it there. So you don't have to put it not even once. It's just like one time, especially if you're verified, it will be in your profile. And now that will show and populate in your OMail, in your ONet, anywhere you have a profile or picture, it will show it, including OConnect.
Okay. Thank you. I have one more
No problem.
Question. You said the cards will be available for India. Will it also be available for Bangladesh?
Of course, we're working in all countries, but I'm saying that like it's already, yeah, of course, yeah.
Immediately it will be available for Bangladesh as well, right? Yeah.
I didn't say that, okay? I'm saying
No, I'm asking.
India, it will be available for Bangladesh. We're gonna have no country left behind, you know, to our ability. We're working in countries that are not even strong in unpassive.
Okay.
But it's a process to onboard them, Ava. Okay, so for example, like Brazil and Colombia and there's some African countries are not even that strong in unpassive. But because we know it's a process, we're preparing, you know, working on them now. It takes months, each country, okay? So, but India, because it's been a while, so it's almost there. By the next payment of OConnect, they should have cards.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if the team, because we're not clear if we're going to open it for whichever country is available, because they're not going to come out all at once. So would we decide we're going to make sure that all countries are available and then launch the cards, or whichever ready go live with it? So that's a good conversation.
Thank you, Ash.
Bangladesh is going to say, why India? What about us, right? And then Canada going to say, what about us? And this and this. So, well, that's a process not in our hand. It's complex.
Yeah.
Lots of papers and regulations and compliance. But you get the point. We're going to include everybody, and Bangladesh should have it. Yeah.
So, just one more last question, and
okay, go. I'm ready.
Okay. Can we transfer the emails from other platforms immediately when we get our email addresses, like our contacts?
We don't have that, but we could. Okay, so we are laser focused on OConnect right now. Let's roll it out, and then I'm going to be telling you, come on, give me all your wish list in ONet, in OMail, and we're going to perfect it and go to the next one. Okay, but that's a good point. When we tell you, okay, now anything you want, it's a good thought. We always thought about it, like to import our contacts from another email platform. Sure, why not? It's possible. We don't have it now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ash. And like we always say, we believe in you. I believe in you. And we're always standing by you. And thank you so much. And you're really an angel sent from heaven.
Thank you.
For us all.
You're very kind.
Thank you, Ash.
We work so hard to make it better for you and the millions. That's obvious. Yeah.
Thank you. You have the people in your heart, so you can never be wrong. Never. So thank you. Thank you so much, Ash.
Thank you, Ava. Next, Lynn Nakamoto. Unmute yourself there, lady.
Got it. Hi, Ash.
Hello.
All right. I love Jean's suggestion of the movable prompter. And in addition to that, would there be a possible to change the size of the prompter box? For those with low vision, they can adjust the size of the box itself. In addition,
I got it, Lynn. Thank
that would
you.
make
Sure.
a big difference for deaf,
So
blind,
drag.
and deaf, blind would appreciate it as well. Also, for any time there appears font, for example, there's font in the chat, there's font in the captions. If there would be a way to adjust the size of the font as well as the color of the font, it will make a huge difference for deaf, blind, and low vision, because they need high contrast between the font and the background, and they can adjust it.
So Lynn, right now we have that ability to have to control the thickness in the whiteboard, for example, and the size. We can drag and drop the text. Okay, that's one place. Another place is the ticker. We can bold, italic, things like that. And where else? Talk to me. What else? Oh,
the chat itself. The chat.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think.
The push a link and all of those. Push a link, call to action, all of those.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you what I always think. I always think sometimes less is more. Okay, and the more you add, it becomes a heavier load, and there's more into it. Even if somebody, or the vast majority, let's say 90% or 95% of the user's base never use that. Okay, but then you got a couple percent they want to play around it, and then you go ahead and complicate the entire application. So I'll tell you what, okay, I took the note, okay, to control and manage the font size where is possible, okay, but without overloading the system. Is that fair enough?
Yes, it's good. How about font color? Is that something that?
Yeah, that is already in the ticker. You can have different, okay. And where else? The call to action, as Jean said, okay, it's already there. You can choose a different color, and boldness and thickness and all of that's already there, okay. But font size, let's, yeah, we have that, believe it or not. So in the ticker, we have different font style, you know, the type of the font that you're using. Yes. There are just a handful, not two hands, one hand, okay. And header and, you know, smaller, bigger. So that's already there. And where is that also? The prompter, in the prompter, you can select the size. So it's already there in the size, in the prompter, really? It's already there. The prompter, the boldness, and the font style. Now, tell me when you see it, tell me where else you want to apply the same, okay? Fair enough?
Yeah, that's fair. As the next thing is the highlighting of comments. As you know, with Roblin Live, we do spotlight comments, and people love that we acknowledge.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if there could be
in the chat.
Yes, because when we start utilizing OConnect, we still want to be able to highlight.
Yeah. So this is one thing. So I like the what we nailed. I believe the Q&A session. Okay, is similar to the chat, but I like that you can open that and people type their questions and you click play. So I like Lynn's question, I like Jean's question, I click play. It becomes, it posted for everybody. I can choose one at a time or 5 at a time. So I, you know, make room for one, I address one, so I, like it's done, you exit and then you make room for another one, okay? So you can handle that, and it kind of showcases the text. That technology is also useful to be implemented in the chat. So to highlight and display specific chat.
Thank you.
But technically the technology is there, yes.
Thank you so much. This is a rather big thing, but it would make a difference to anyone that utilizes sign language, whatever country they're from. Currently, the webinar platforms that exist today are sound-based. So the
Yeah.
AI and the camera focuses on an individual when they utter something or when there's a sound. But with deaf, blind, etc., they're using sign language. They're not using their voice. So is there a way for the technology and the AI to focus on the signing hands and differentiating the signing hands from someone just waving to someone? You know, it's the actual language comes in the hands. So would AI be able to focus on the hands and pan to that individual?
Yes.
Versus sound.
Yeah. So this is one of the biggest goals we have to go over the motion and the avatar, which is in the pipeline already. Okay. Just the only challenge we have is how to standardize the motion of the sign language.
Okay.
And remember, we said in August, after the beginning of August, we have a big bomb coming from the AI section. Okay. So this is intact. This is also, something that is just about to be rolled out. It's just the arrangement and press releases and all of that, which is something new. Okay. It's going to be, I would say, disrupting the media sector, which is very promising, and we love it. And that's another exciting service that we have. And we already have governments that ordered it, okay, just from the sketches they've seen and the demo.
Thank you. Quick one is that right now, where the person's name appears, let's say I'm on the OConnect and my name is there, it appears in the area where people sign. So the deaf were telling me that the name of the person blocks their signing because it's right where people sign. So is there a possibility of not moving it for everyone, but maybe letting the deaf consumer or deafblind consumer move it? Not everybody needs to move it, but this big part of society, it's blocking their signing, because it's right in that area.
That's definitely, it's more of a look and feel, Lynn, and I would focus more on coming up with the whole concept, and then we can play with the display, drag and drop. Like for example, the user, the attendee, can probably select the mode, and if they choose that, then they have control of where to drag the digital avatar sign person.
Thank you. That panel at the top that shows your co-host, your host, people who have raised their hand, is there a possibility of shrinking it so that the area where people are talking is bigger, so that we can have bigger space for signing? Because the squares right now are very tiny. It's really difficult to see a person's signs. So if we could shrink the top, make it smaller, it would give the panels of the boxes that would be bigger for everybody to be signing on.
You got it. Like I said, Lynn, that's already done. Okay, so we already have different views, and you have one of them is full screen. Even when the host chooses full screen, it makes it full for everybody. So it cleans up anything from the side and here and there, and the focus would be just you're seeing the view of the speakers.
Oh,
okay?
Great.
The
Couple
videos.
things.
It's already there.
Thank you. Just two more things. The timer right now, when it goes down to so many seconds, only the person being timed and the host can see it, right? And at the timer at the end that tells you how many seconds are left of the webinar, only the host sees it. Is there a way for the everyone to see that there's 30 seconds left of the webinar, so then people can wind down and say bye-bye, or you know what I'm saying? Because it kind of ends abruptly and you don't really know exactly when it's going to end. So more like user-friendly and...
Yeah. So, we have the timer per person, but you probably want to put a timer like as a countdown to the end of the session. Like you want to put 5 minutes to close it out.
Yeah, so that everyone sees it, not just the host.
You're a picky, selective lady, okay? You are very, very meticulous about what you want. I'm going to add it to the list. I think it's already there, okay? And so that we have the timer, but instead of having it display for one, we can display it for everybody. Is that fair? Display the timer. You know how the calculator and all that. But here's the thing, Lynn. Do you also propose to automatically close out the session when it expires, like to end it, or just a reminder, but you still have the click on the end session?
It could be either way, whatever. I'm not that picky on that part, but just as long as people see it, visually see it, so everybody knows. And even for like the individual timers for when you're timing a specific person in the webinar, nobody else knows that the person's time expired except the host and the person, right? So if the whole group knew, that would be, I think, good.
I think it's a bit of kind of, how do I say it? I don't want to say disrespectful, but maybe a distraction. Like, why everybody should be the time? The person that matters to them, they should just see the time, and it's a friendly thing. You're not going to sue them. You're not going to shoot them, right? It just they go another second. It's just a friendly reminder. So I'm thinking if we display it, and now all the eyes are on the timer. Come on, are we thinking of what they're talking? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So, but let me ask you, Lynn, and I appreciate this is a part of the value that we get from our true founding members and loyal leaders. This is the feedback that is priceless, that will make our products better. We revamp them and make them even more useful, more valuable to all of us. Everybody gave us an input tonight. It will have a positive addition and impact on the products. So thank you, Lynn, and everybody else. This is, you have no idea how many pages it's filling. Okay, and that's more work. I'm not promising this will be done tomorrow, but it will be done. You know how it is.
Yep. And my final comment was on the background noise suppression. You said, why would there be different levels of suppression? And I was thinking about when someone, let's say you go to Niagara Falls or you go to PNG to do a bird watching tour, there might be times that you would want to go live and show the background sounds because that's what you're there for. Your Niagara Falls, the roaring of
then
the
don't
sound,
put the noise cancellation. Yeah, just keep it, and whatever your mic picks up, okay, you do that. It's just as long as we can enable it and disable it. Yeah.
Thank you.
So let's see that, and again, I told Neeraj like to think about it before I go and embarrass myself with the team. Just let's think about it between us, okay? And if we believe there is a use for it, we'll put it under work.
Thank you.
So think about it, Lynn. So we have the timer, okay, and we have, we're displaying that. So the same thing, I think we just add a timer, but that's for everybody, the same timer. And we can make it, the timer is a countdown. So the same thing, we can do it for everybody. What do you think? So just make one for a specific speaker, which you need to select them, or for everyone. So it's just add in one factor, which is for everyone. That would be the same spot. Another timer we have, it's already in the call to action, right? So it's already there. So how we package it. But if you want something so big, loud, like a whole different concept, hey, we're ending in 5 minutes and the countdown, you let me know. But if it's enough to have a countdown for everybody.
Okay, thank you. And for the deaf users within OnPassive, they are very eager for you to hear their feedback. There's quite a few things that they would prefer to be improved or adjusted to make OConnect differently or more differently than it is right now. So there's quite a bit. It's not appropriate to bring it up here, but there is quite a bit of things that they would like.
So other than like the sign language, avatar, closed caption. More than that, they okay.
There's a lot.
Is it like a bunch more? Then let's have a separate one, and that would be maybe unpassive wide. What other products need to include? Because mainly it's going to be the communication suite, such as OMail, ONet, this, that, and of course OConnect, OPal. So let's probably down the road gather up, like we, in the name of the deaf community, what are your dreams? And we will have a little bit of the tools where they can give us input type or any way we can have, or the sign language, and with interpreter for in the beginning, and gather all the thoughts and see what products we need to apply them to. But I think we have a good start for now.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I did not expect all of that. But deaf community, I know you don't hear me now, but Lynn is looking out for you. Thank you.
They send their love to you and they appreciate what you do. So thank you.
I can do this for them. You taught me this.
Sure, you're good at that. Awesome.
And this. Yeah.
Good job. You remember.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta watch asses jumping all over on me here. Ash, when you're done, do this to me so I don't have to cut you off. Great question, Lynn. My twin brother Michael is back. Come on, Michael, unmute yourself. I am a little bit better looking though, I gotta admit. That's okay.
All right, I'll give you that.
Who came first?
I'll give you that. I think he did, Ash.
You're older.
Just a quickie. Two things. One is a question with regards to OConnect and the language translation. Will we have that in the first build?
No.
Okay, that's good. And the second one is just a statement you mentioned about you were talking about no view and you know,
presentation view. Yes.
Yeah. So so you use no view. So it suggested O view or full presentation view. So
yeah.
Just two things I'll throw at you. You can ponder. Okay?
Presentation view, I believe. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Got it.
You like presentation view?
Either all view or full presentation view. So
all view.
These are not my ideas. These are not my ideas. But I said
what do you like? All
view. I'll bring it to you. Me, I'm easy.
Okay.
Right, Chris? Right.
So only view, full view, all view,
full presentation view,
full presentation.
all view.
One word is always good.
Yeah, all view.
All view.
Okay. But you know, I'm not. You know,
we can rename it anytime. Yeah, that's a beauty. Yeah. Okay, no problem. That's easy.
Maybe I have a contest for that.
Ooh, speaking of contests, yes.
Naming contest.
Beautiful.
Very good.
All right, sir.
I really have one of our platforms is crying out for names, and they want 3 names, but I don't want to bring this publicly. Yeah, I would love some input on that, and I know some of you are very creative. We should have just an inside session and allow you vote. We can do that through OConnect maybe. We can have a poll survey.
Sounds like a plan.
We give first of all, we give open, so we hear a bunch of names and then we boil it down and give multiple choices, and I think it will be fun. People love to have their input in something, and all of a sudden they become advisors, and it just in there, like you have no idea. Just ask for direction and people will stop traffic to draw maps and walk you there.
Very good. Here's a guy that you're going to love, Ash. Mr. Wilton, I'm glad that you came.
I know him.
To ask your question. Go ahead, Wilton. I'm glad you showed up.
Good night, Ash. How are you, sir?
Fantastic.
All right.
Very productive session. I love it.
Awesome. I'm so glad I get the opportunity to speak with you again.
Always a pleasure. Yeah.
I want to join with the others that speak ahead that we're with you all the way. There's no point of return. Wherever you go, we go. So I want to join with the others and said, just block out the noise. My mother used to say, don't watch the noise of the market, just watch the sale. And if we all do that, we'll be going somewhere. My inputs tonight, because as I said before, my only job that I know is to take care of people. So I'm a big advocate for the autism community. In the future, when unpassive get rolling, will there be a product that we could use to communicate? Let's put it this way. An individual, a student could just touch a screen and it could interpret to you what they are really requesting. Will unpassive be able to create a product that could be of such help? And because one of the issue we had is really how to communicate properly to the needs are there. So that's my first question. If you
you're like, what do you touch, for example, like on the screen? Let's say you're having what kind of platform, and what do you touch, and what type of interpretation you want for that? So like, are you talking about an image and give me more info about this, or a text? Yeah. What object? What?
So let's say they're requesting bathroom. Just by touching that, it would interpret to
like what, Wilton? What, like what?
Let's say on an iPad then, and they would touch room, but we get no interpretation. It's just an object here. Could we get
like what do you want to touch, for example? Like, tell me.
So a screen. Let's say we had a device that we could touch, and that would actually interprets to us what they're requesting. Because most of the time, it's what they're requesting we don't understand.
I have to tell you, I'm going for more A and B. A, you're either super intelligent and speaking above my head, and I'm very dumb, or C, both of them. And I have no idea how can we make this tangible, like to capture something specific. What you're saying, like to my understanding, if you touch anything on the screen, it's an app, it's an image, it's a video, it's a website. It's how, like, what kind of concept does that sound? That sounds like magical to me and a voodoo. And what, but if you just looking for generic information, you just search that in the search engine. I'm really not clear in the idea. Maybe once that is clear and you can reshape the request, I can probably understand it or be able to explain it. But I'm sure everybody is like looking, what is he saying? Okay, like,
did you say bathroom? Wilton, did you say bathroom? Yeah. So you're talking about an icon of, to say, a toilet or something like that, and the person could touch that and say, I need to go to the bathroom. Is that the kind of thing you're trying to do, like iconic images of specific needs that a person can touch and you know instantly what they need?
Yes.
Okay. Does that help, Ash?
Well, a little, but it didn't take me in all the way. So, but like about what? Like you need to be in a certain app. Again, it's not just an open thing like your iPad or whatever or device. How do you do the input? Are you going to take a picture from the camera, or you're navigating on the tablet itself or the device, or you're going in a browser website on the desktop? Like, what's the input? What's the output? What do you want it to tell you? Just information or guidance or GPS?
I think he means like in a classroom setting, because he's talking about students that have autism, right? So I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's what he's referring. So let's say it's Academy, so the student is present, and so the student wants to say something to the teacher, but maybe they can't speak it, voice it.
Yeah,
right?
if you're using a
on,
virtual device, just go to the bathroom. You don't need to do anything. Yeah.
But he's using bathroom as an example. There'll be other messages. So if
like other than
like
raising your hand and just
like what Gene
texting
is
back
saying
in the chat.
Yeah, what Gene is saying is having different icons that would represent, like going to the bathroom, or I don't know what other icon, but some other message that the icon would represent. So they'll be touching that screen while they're engaged in the Academy platform, as an example.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. Yeah, that's where I want to go with that. Thanks.
So is it an application specific, or just like on passive wide or device wise, or?
But since we're unpassive, which will be now the new way out, I was just hoping that there would be something that could stand out from the others, that we could really walk with proudly and said, this is our brand. This is our way of doing it. This is the new way of doing it.
Okay. I'm open to that concept. It doesn't sound like it's a priority or an urgent matter. Allow me to have another meal with Mr. Michael Williams, and maybe he will explain that over a meal to me when I'm more alert. Or Gene, if you got that, maybe another round of it will clarify. But don't give up on me. It's not
never.
Okay. I just don't have it clear yet in my mind to be able to get excited and implement it.
Yeah, so what maybe I request is to speak with Michael and Gene, and then maybe they could get a better clarification.
That is even more sophisticated. So you had all that spin so you can just talk to Michael and Gene. Okay, you win.
Thanks so much. Thanks again.
You're welcome. But what if somebody else spoke? You still want to see them? I don't want to say names.
Who is that?
You didn't know who's gonna respond, right?
Yep.
All right, Mr. Captain Chris Johnson.
No, don't use me. No, I'm just kidding. Manu, I'm already in enough trouble. Manu, my beautiful sister in the yellow blouse. Come on. Great questions, Wilton. Thank you.
That's a big crowd today. Thank you so much, everybody. On a Saturday night.
Well, everything is on the menu, Ash. Ask and ye shall receive. That's how you're doing it. My question is that, and it's not so much of a question as it gives me a couple of seconds to have a word with you. When I'm on the main ecosystem page and I go to OConnect, and when I'm done, when I go to log out, I log out of OConnect, but still have to log out from the main screen. Is that how you like it, or the new version is going to be one single sign out as well as one single sign in.
So that's a good question, to be honest with you. I believe right now, if you leave the session, you exit the webinar session. Okay, but you are still logged in your back office of OConnect and ecosystem, if that's where you came from. And if you log out, your session is likely to time out. For example, like if you have a session of 1 hour, your timeout in the background in your ecosystem is 30 minutes. So if you're not having any activity in your, it's going to time out, but your webinar, say, let's say it's 1 hour. I think it makes sense to keep it that way. Yeah, because if you end the session, you might still want to be working in the back office. And you know, if your back office ends or the session of the ecosystem ends, you don't want to cut off your meeting if you're still going on, right?
Makes sense. Thank you. Thank you so much for all you do.
Do you want any adjustment to that, or is it good that way?
I think that's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, and I will let Francis talk now. Thank you.
Thank you, Minu. Mm-hmm. All right.
Chris, you're muted. Chris, turn on your mic.
Francis, my man, come on. I said all kind of nice things about you. You missed it because I muted myself. Come on, Francis.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ash. God bless you and your family.
Thank you so much.
Before I had my own question, I want to follow up with what Minu asked. If I am in the OConnect session and showing up the OMail and all those OES platform, and then I close the session, would that lock off my OConnect session?
No, it shouldn't. I mean, if you close a session of any application, it shouldn't close the entire application, okay? And secondly, you know, it should not knock you out of the ecosystem, right?
Because now you have the one single sign in, one single sign out. So
right, but it's but it's not the per use, okay? So for example, if you log out of OMail, okay, we want to log you out from everything. So when you come back, like you either log into OMail or to the ecosystem, either way. But if your session ends, it didn't log you out from OConnect, for example, right, or OMail. If but if you completely log out, okay, then that is exiting. So no matter where you log out from, it should log out all applications, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but keep in mind, Francis, and I think Minu also, the same applies. So eventually, most of the stuff are going to be downloaded in your desktop, like it's an app, and it's already there. Anytime you click on that icon of unpassive, okay, you're there. You don't need to log in unless you choose to have the OTP every time you want to log in, like a second layer authentication. Same thing with your app. So we did a demo the other day. So that's it. Once you download the app and you're logged in with your credential of unpassive ecosystem or mail, that's it. You're logged in. It's not gonna, it will be open. So anytime you click on that icon on your phone, you're there, okay? So it's mostly gonna be on unless you choose to log out and log in. So this will minimize the confusion.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
I have a few questions. One is about the recording. Now that you have the recording feature, will it be possible to have a feature for editing before we send out to the group?
So what about the recording? I'm sorry, Francis.
is there a feature for edit the recording before?
Editing. Yeah, that would be audit or yeah, other features. You'll be able to put the video there and edit, but not in OConnect. But if you're in the ecosystem and you can just have integrated applications.
Yeah, I love the feature that the co-host can also help the host if the host is out. That is very good. Thank you for the feature.
Absolutely.
Regarding the speech to text feature, would that be the same application for closed caption?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and then the difference is going to be, so speech and it's typing. Okay. Right now, the first release, it will be in the chat. It's available in the chat as the first, step. Then it will be, you enable it as closed caption, however you want to name it. But then the third layer will be speaker in a different language, and you don't want it the same language. So somebody's talking English, you want translation in Filipino or something. Okay, so you can have that. That's the third layer of the closed caption.
Okay, so the first version of the commercial one will not be the same speed as the
not on the entire screen. Okay, because that's the whole display is going to change. Okay, but the technology is already there, so it's only the design, the cosmetic, like what's the best way to do that. So the technology is created, it's already integrated in the chat section. That's done. So this will be in the first release. Now, when they finish the design of the closed caption, so this becomes available if you enable the closed caption or the speech to text, it will be there. Okay, stabilize it. Another one will be choose a different language for the text. But all back to back. It's not like big gaps in between them.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
I want to suggest about the people that sign into the OConnect, invited to the OConnect. Can we have a requirement that they put the full name so that they can log in?
Yes, to lock security.
Yeah, if they don't put the full name or if they put a pen name, they are not able to log in or enter the room. So it's better for us, because every time we ask the audience, can you put the country, the name? They don't put it. With no idea who are they. Can it be automatic that if they want to be or interested to go into OConnect, they themselves need to.
The solution, Francis, I believe it will be O-Verify. So we enable O-Verify. You're just going to have a certain time. If you're not verified, it's going to lock everything, not just one feature. So you're not going to be able to use. You'll be able to view until, which is free. You take a minute or two, become verified, which will include country, name, all the information. Okay. Once you do that, then everything is unlocked. So O-Verify is going to take care of that.
So once they do the O-Verify, whoever come into the OConnect, the name will be in full?
You're not going to do much without being verified in the entire ecosystem. You're not going to be able to subscribe. You're not going to be able, And for example, one of the advanced features we can have for the paid customers to specific applications, okay? For example, you want to only invite verified people. You can uncheck or not to include or exclude unverified people. So you just want verified people. But if you want to open it for everybody, you're just making that choice. So yes, O-Verify will minimize this, incomplete information. Most people don't have their country, their phone, their photo. Small thing, they don't take much, but once they verify their account, it will all be real people. Everything is complete. It's just more accurate and more efficient. I agree with you.
Thank you. Thank you. In the setup for the O Connect, there is also a button for exit URL. Currently, when anyone exit, they go to onpassive.com, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it also possible to put in the affiliate link?
You will be able to put whatever you want. Yes, on the push button or push a link or call to action.
When they exit.
And exit. Yeah, absolutely. Exit URL is yours.
Yeah, thank you. I love the facial identification feature that Sister Julie mentioned. Because when you do the training, sometimes you can watch people sleeping. So if the facial identification can
yes.
get them.
Yes. Academy will have attention detection.
Yeah. Finally, I want to suggest about the POLL, P-O-L-L.
Distraction detection, yeah.
Distraction. Can drop it off. Regarding the POLL, is there another product that we can have a bigger population to use the POLL, that we have those who are taking the voting? Because in O Connect, there's a limitation, right? Or unlimited.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We could take it out as a separate service if somebody want to survey 1 billion people. Yeah, sure. Why not?
But because there are associations, like even
with the account capacity. I understand.
They have the AGM, the annual general meeting. Sometimes the old folks or the senior cannot go and attend. At least can take the vote at virtual. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Great questions. And I think most of them are taken care of, Francis. Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Done deal.
Good day.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Last, Peter Shore, last hand up, and then Ash, you make the call.
Thank you for staying up for us. Thank you. I know you had a long day.
Thank you. Thank you, Brother Ash. I did have one question. How every device, particularly in computers, if you don't move your mouse for a certain amount of time, it goes to sleep. Being O-Connect, being a video conference, I've noticed if you're multitasking and you're just listening while you're doing other things, the computer actually do go to sleep during O-Connect. Unless, I don't know if anybody else noticed that.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, if your screen is inactive,
right,
it goes to sleep, the screen. But we suggested something to refresh your screen, as you almost refreshed it, like on your end. So every, let's say, 5 minutes or so, it refreshes that. Even if it sleeps, I don't think anybody has it less than 5 minutes. Mostly 10, 15 minutes and above. So if it sleeps, like it refreshes, so it's almost like refreshing your desktop. So we suggested that to have an auto refresh seamless, because you don't want to kind of like go blank on your video view.
Yeah, perfect.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, because like when you watch a YouTube video, or example, and you're multitasking, it would always go on.
Right.
Until you stop it personally.
It doesn't sleep. Got it.
It doesn't sleep, but yeah, appreciate that, Ash. That's all I have. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, very good observation. Yeah. I requested, I don't want it to sleep. Yeah.
Thank you.
To me, I don't want anything to sleep. I don't want a timeout. Keep it all. Like, why should we put our products to sleep? Let them, stream. But sometimes it's not just up to us. It's up to the user's preferences and settings on their devices, all of that.
Mr. Ash, sorry.
Sure.
You know, the previous session we mentioned about in the OES regarding the increase in ROI, the word increase in ROI. Remember?
Oh, that's fixed. That's fixed. Come on, please tell me yes.
It's back already.
Go back right now, please, because
I'm in front of the screen. It went
you
back
have
again.
you have to be the only one. Please go back. So you go to the profile, right? In the ecosystem, right? Should be increased sales everywhere. Gotta do like where? I mean, can
the profile below?
Are you talking about in the ecosystem on the dashboard?
The OES, yeah, under profile. Grow
under
your
profile.
Network.
Hold on.
Grow your network, increase ROI. Yeah. Under the profile, right at the bottom.
Okay, so you see the name, right? Your name. Click
my
that.
affiliate link.
Oh, you click under my affiliate link?
No, it's under profile. Then you scroll down to the page now. At the bottom.
No, you click the profile, right?
Yeah, correct.
You click on your name, the drop down, which you see profile, FAQs, right?
Yeah.
So you select profile, correct?
No, I click the OES ID, on top.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Then
okay.
the profile appear. Then you scroll down.
I saw that. You're right. Yeah. So under my affiliate link. So let's go to my profile. I'm doing it. Okay. So wow. Okay. Watch this. Go back. Like click on the dashboard or on the logo on the top left, and click on profile. That is so weird. Okay. Yeah. This has to be by re-uploading the files, because like you have no idea when how bad I looked. I told the team and they said, no, look, check now. Okay, I said, okay. And I saw it increase sales. So I think okay, I'm going to take a screenshot so I don't want to look bad again and they tell me go check it out. I'm going to take a screenshot with the date now.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Because did you realize before, did you see it before they said increase sales?
No, the last time you told me it's taken care. So I saw it taken care.
Yes, it was. Okay, they probably did some screens, not all screens, but no problem. It's going to be done now. Yeah, I'm so sorry, but thank you for reminding me, and I am sending it as we speak. Don't worry, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Francis. We got Gershmender's got his hand up, and I got a question to Gershmender. Go ahead, brother. Make it positive.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. As I got this question from one of our founders that while a person is resetting the password in OES, and now when they go to the other link, when they click on that link, so our promotional videos start playing over there. So this problem they are facing when they are resetting their password in OES. So this, I think, need to be corrected.
So what happened when they tried to reset it?
Our promotional video, some kind of our promotional video, it starts getting played instead of like resetting the password.
So on the login page, you request to reset your password, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when the OTP comes and they put, and then after that, this promotional videos start getting played, and they are not able to reset the actual password. So this question came from 2-3 founders.
No idea how's that. So we're gonna have to test it. Okay.
Yeah. So this one and
did you try that yourself?
No, I didn't write. It came from two or three founders.
So I'm going to select now, request OTP. So when you put like your alternative email,
yeah.
It asks, so you click submit, it goes to promotional videos?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
So the second question is that our founder, when they are like sharing their links, so what they are feeling that they go to OTrim, now they trim their link and then they put that link whatever on social media or somewhere else. Now, so then they track from OTrim that also, like say, for example, their link has been clicked by 100 people on social media. Now, these people think that these 100 people, they are into their team now, or right now not, but onpassive or company will take care of these clicks and they will bring these people to their team. So is this right?
So are you like talking about an internal link or within ONET, for example?
No, not ONET. They're a referral link. Okay, they go to OTrim, then trim their link over there, and then they share onto social media, right?
Okay.
Now, for example, on social media, they got like 100 people click their link.
Views or clicks, okay.
Yeah, clicks. Now they track their on OTrim, all those things. Okay. Now they feel that okay, these 100 people, they are part of their team, and company will bring all those people under them. So is that thing true, or they're doing right way, or what? Because they feel once they have clicked their link, so that means they are being tracked by company, and then company will ultimately bring those people to under them.
So this is, I don't know why I think we're going too far with it. This is just telling you, so the amount of traffic on that page, okay? And the company cannot reach them because we don't have their data, right? Nor we can lock them into if they take action in the future, if they didn't take it. But this is for you to give you an idea, your reach, okay? How much is it and all of that. I don't think, we can go beyond that other than this is the number of clicks. But how can we revisit those people, for example, and communicate with them and bring them under you? There's no way. This is not your cookies. This is not tracking all of that. But if they at some point take action, that is tracked to you. But if they don't take action, they just visited the website, the company has no connection with them.
Because 2-3 founders, they came to me, they said, oh, we have got like one founder, I got 800 clicks, so I have made a team of 800. I said, how come you made a team of 800? He said like this, that this is the process, and they have.
So the answer is no, Gershman. The answer is no.
The answer is no. Yeah.
No.
Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Over to you.
Of course. Yeah.
Thanks. All right. I'm going to ask you the hardest question of the night. I already put one hole in the boat. It has to do with the date. Are you ready, Ash Mufareh?
I'm super ready. Fired up.
When are we going fishing?
Oh, wow. Oh, I wish. Yes. I got to take care of my people first, and I would love to be out in the water with you. But not in Michigan in winter, okay?
Oh, no, I'm coming to Florida in a couple of weeks.
We're not going to
fishing, so.
dig a hole in the ice and in Alaska.
I know you and I just don't get along. I want to thank you for coming on here.
Of course.
I also want to say that I was responsible for tonight for bringing that lady on. And I also want you to understand this is something that Ash Mufareh goes through on a daily basis. Did I want it on here? No, because I thought she started out to be civil, but that's my fault, my bad. It won't happen again. But I want you guys to understand the greatest place we're in. This man came forward today and was nothing but excited about talking about his products. Let's keep it that way. Let's keep moving forward. We have a brand new pair of tennis shoes that Unpassive is making now. And when you get in them, they only go forward. They don't go backwards. They don't go sideways. They just keep trucking you forward. So, Ash Mufareh, you got the last word. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you, everybody who came out quickly. It was needed. We needed to come here and again, make sure everybody's prepared for the exciting days ahead. And of course, to address the unfortunate things, but it's not the end of our journey. It's another, episode that we deal with. We deal with many. It just happened that you know about it. And Chris, you meant very well with people because you have a pure heart, and you have the goodwill and good, hope in people. You gave her a chance, but there are some people who refuse to grow to a human level, and they remain to be animals and disrespectful. And we know if they have a good intention, they had a chance. You've done beyond anyone would do, but sadly they still have a dark soul, and all they want to do is damage and disrupt and put down and all that. Who's complaining to you? And why you're being the defense voice of somebody who is corrupt and not for the actual millions, and you're just spreading negative information, not giving an offer. You did what a good man would do, but I think it's always reassuring to and a reminder to all of us. This is who we are. We're open, and if you want to see their logic, even it's not a good idea, it's wrong because evil is evil, and lost losers are not going to change. You're not going to change. I mean, God knows about them, and he's having probably he just he's not fixing them. It's not my business. So he has a plan for them. I don't control evil, so I'm just going to accept it. And what I can control is I don't spend time on it. Okay, I spend time on the good and what is productive, what's positive to people. There's no way I could explain to you why do they have to fabricate and make up things and force that by yelling and insulting and being disrespectful. You're not going to make a point. You just don't have a logic, and it's good. You did your part. Now publicly, and listen to your brother again. And to Sister Susie, don't touch it. They stink, okay? You tried your best. I think after today, don't waste a moment or breath on them. You did your best. Yeah, they're dead to you. Block everybody. Don't give them a voice. Believe me. Okay, if no founders and no unpassive users click on those by good intention because you care. Oh, okay, they're trying to get your attention. Nobody knows them. Nobody knows them. They have 45 views. Up until unpassive, they get thousands. Wow. Okay. And why would they leave? If they have a better talk, why would they spend their time on something negative? We're going down. Didn't they, report us? And they always screen that, okay, we're bad and this and that. Okay. If the government or anybody who's trying to make a point, if they have an evidence, we wouldn't be here. So let's be clear on that. Okay, we will continue. The fact is the fact. There are haters, but it doesn't mean anybody's opinion has to become a reality. Okay, we know who we are. We know what we're doing, and we have a bunch of life-changing products in the pipeline. I'm not even talking about the digital products. They are going to really be grateful, hopefully, and one day they will wake up and be thankful to what we're doing for things that would actually help them, and everybody can use them. I don't want you to feel bad. I want you to feel you did what you could do to help as a last reserved for them, but they're dead to me, and we're moving forward. We have good things to do. We have bills to take care of, and we're going to continue that. Okay, and the facts and the statistics know, we know them. Don't volunteer for giving out information. Okay, our case is strong. Ron Hulbert, my good cup is here. Can we hear you?
Yes, you can, sir.
How are you?
I am doing very well. Thank you.
Fantastic. Very good.
I feel better.
What? Fantastic. When somebody come and tell you that, this is just an accusation. This is not a fact. This is not final. This is okay. This is just an opinion, allegation.
I apologize, my brother. That cop instinct went haywire along with my pacemaker. But I'm good. I love you. I'm good.
I love you too. We're in good hands, and God from above is taking care of us. Okay, there's no way we would be here without His protection.
You got that right.
Yeah, we went through hell and back. We went through hell and back, and this is what we go through every day. They don't think it's like an unusual day for us, but we're going. We're working Sunday, Saturday.
I'm
it's
there
all
for
good.
Anything you need, man.
Absolutely. Just take advantage of the good we're doing. Okay. Everybody should grab our opportunity in a good way and go make a change with it. Make a difference.
Amen, brother.
Fantastic. I am really thankful. I think you got my brain cooking today. I took a lot of notes. Very good questions. Really productive. More work for us, but it will definitely even add more values and improve our products. So thank you so much for your time, for your commitment, for your support, for your genuine input and feedback. It means a lot. So and don't listen to something that would distract you or take you away from your dreams or steal your dreams. Okay? There are going to be losers no matter what. I'm telling you, if God has a solution for that, I wouldn't even know, or you wouldn't even know about that. So some people just refuse to be fixed. God bless you all. I'll see you soon. Manu, thank you for taking us with you under your wings always. It's a big crowd, and we'll see you soon because we are just about to have a thriller.
Don't sing
God
it.
bless.
Don't sing it.
Thank you, Ash.
Okay,
Thank
everybody.
you, Ash. We love you.
Bye.
Mr. Ash.
Tina Joe says we're
Bye,
100%.
Ash. Thank you so much.
Millions checks, 100% behind
everyone.
Ash Mufareh. Everybody.
Thank you, Absolutely.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Yes.
Night,
yes.
everyone.
Keep well.
Night, everyone.
Daryl, you
Night,
take
Ash.
notes? Daryl Cook,
You are
did you
the
take
host,
notes?
Chris. Go ahead. You have
Yeah.
it. Yeah, you have
I
it.
know I got it, but I'm savoring this because it's nice to have that little button there. But
hit the button, man. Hit the
I know.
button.
But Michael, you're getting skinnier as I look at you because you're so hungry.
I'm hungry.
All right, guys. God bless you all. Have a
God
wonderful
bless you.
Sunday.
Okay, good night.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.